everybody, it's Christine, and today I am up with the other design team members from Paper House Productions, and we are doing a YouTube video hop today. We are highlighting the really fun and colorful Sun Drenched collection. This is a newer release for Paper House, including individual papers and stickers, and as you can see, it has a great beach feel to it. So, I am using several different patterned papers, and I am creating a sunshine background. I used just a kind of a water background for my base, and then I cut out a circle and cut out a whole bunch of sun rays. How did I cut out my sun rays? Well, the yellow ones I did 2" by 12" strips, and the red ones I did 1" by 12" strips. And then I just kind of chopped those off without any rhyme or reason, so I would get various sizes, and then I cut them on the diagonal. I hope that makes sense. I don't know if I should have done that on camera for you or not, but I think it makes sense. So you have like your rectangle, and then you cut them on the diagonal, which creates the triangle shape that you can use for rays. As I said, I cut them of various lengths so that they would all be a little bit different, since it is meant to be sunshine rays. And I used just that reddish white patterned paper and then that yellow patterned paper with the gold foiling on it. Both of these, I started with just the yellow, and I ultimately decided I needed another pop of color in there, and I really liked the red and the yellow looked up against that blue background. It has a little bit of a different color scheme for traditional beach layout, but isn't so out of the norm that it just looks weird and doesn't make any sense. Plus, I really liked the blue with the background of the picture of my daughter. Now, I wanted to use some tissue paper underneath my picture. Unfortunately, I did not have any tissue paper, but I did have some glassine bags. However, I did not want to use the entire glassine bag. So what I'm doing is I am just cutting up a couple of glassine bags to tuck behind the picture. Why in the world am I doing that? Well, I didn't want to tuck more white cardstock, and I also didn't want to use a different patterned paper because there's already a lot going on. So using tissue paper or glassine paper was an easy way to get a translucent look going on, but still add some layers. You can see it really doesn't distract too much from what's already going on, but it does bring the picture to the focal point. Now, I also crumbled those up just to give them a little more texture, and then I'm just going to attach them on there with my Easy Runner Grand. These bags are, they're available all over the place. These ones specifically that I'm using are from SRM Stickers. Like I said, tissue paper also works great in this situation. I just didn't happen to have any at the moment, so I went with the glassine bags instead. Now, you can see I have put the picture on there. As I usually say, if you do a complicated background, like I've done, your embellishing can go down a notch. You do not have to do a lot of embellishing, a lot of layers, all that stuff in order to make a really fun, pretty layout when you've got a busy background going on. There are a lot of people who are really good examples of this. Paige Evans comes to mind. She tends to do complicated backgrounds and then just a little bit of embellishing around her picture and title work. Lots of people employ this technique. I kind of tend to go back and forth between a complicated background and a simple background with lots of layers and techniques, because I like doing both. And I think that's probably true for most people, but just something to keep in mind when you've got a lot going on here already. Chill out when you're doing your embellishing. Now, you can see I've got the rays on there. I've added on a cute little sticker from the Sun Drenched set that says "Catching some Rays." Now, the Sun Drenched set is available both in a paper pad with stickers as well as in individual papers with a sticker set that you can purchase separately. They have beautiful gold foiling on them, and it's just a really fun collection. This is actually the first time I've played with it. They released the paper pad last year, but they just released the papers individually. And I was glad to have a reason to play with it. And all of the videos in the hop today were all playing with this same collection because we really want you to see how much fun it is. Now, not only that, but Paper House is also giving away the papers and the stickers from the collection. So all you have to do in order to qualify for that giveaway is just subscribe to all of our channels, and they're all linked down below, and leave a comment on our pages, except for the Paper House YouTube page. There isn't a new video there. Subscribe there, but you don't need to leave a comment there. Just leave a comment on the rest of us. Then you will be entered in to win that fabulous prize, and we will announce that on the blog and try and email you too later next week. Now, what I'm doing now is I'm sprucing things up a little bit. I am adding some sequins in coordinating colors to my rays. So in the end, you'll see I have red sequins as well as some yellow gold ones that just add a little bit of dimension and texture to the whole thing. I really, once I dropped those on there and saw that they looked good, I knew that was a fun route to go and play up the sparkle on the whole layout. Now I'm going to cut out an additional piece for my title. I'm just going to cut out the word dream. You know, this was my daughter's first time at a beach in a while, as well as her first time at a beach in Maine. And so I thought that was an appropriate title to do. So I'm just cutting it out in plain old white cardstock with a metal die, and I'm using some adhesive sheets from Scrapbook Adhesives by 3L to put adhesive right onto them so I don't even have to worry about adhesive in the end. Really simple way to get a title and a really simple way to get some good coverage in there. Now, after I do that, all I'm going to do is just do a little bit of white outlining and I am done. Very simple layout with a complicated-ish background, but truly this layout was probably one of the fastest ones I've done in the last 6 months. I spent less than an hour on it, and all things said and done, it came together to look still pretty complicated considering how quickly it came together. So here you can see I'm just peeling off that adhesive, and then I'm going to add that right there. I had laid the metal die on there while I was adding the sequins so I wouldn't put them in my way, and then just some simple white outlining around all of the rays, and that will finish it up. The white outlining was just another way to bring in some of that white that you get from the matting on the picture, as well as the title. So I wanted to bring a little more of that out and just add a little bit more of a separation for the whole thing. I am using just a regular traditional gel pen, nothing out of the ordinary here. I'll link you up to that down below, as well as all of the fun Paper House products that I have used today. So be sure to check out the rest of the videos in this hop. Hopefully they will warm you up if it's cold wherever you are. Then be sure to subscribe, leave a comment, and we'd love to hear what you love about this collection. If you've seen it already, if you haven't, if this is your first time seeing it, what you're liking about it, all those things. So have a great weekend and a great start to your week, and we will see you again soon.